Hi, I'm Amanda Vucic, and this is my Module 5 for AEP 858. Hi team, as your principal, I wanted to kind of go over just some of the great strides we had made as a school, just to celebrate us as a team, us as a community, and just kind of talk about how we can even more improve our school and our community within our school. So just a couple things just to point out some great things. Who are we? We were named the #2 public school district in America for 2019. Just such an accomplishment, and that is because of all of you, all of the staff, all of the faculty, the parents, the community, that relationship and that great rapport that you build with your parents. And so that is why I believe that we were named #2 public school district. We've earned the #1 state of Ohio report card rating, and that's just because of all of your hard work, every student, every day, making sure we are honing in on each child. The power of us, that's been like our slogan, right, for the past couple of years, the power of us as a team, as a school community, along with parents, our community, our staff, and just it takes a village, and we know how to do that here at Roxbury Elementary School. You know, just a couple things about us. We have over 500 students in this K-4 building, and that is a lot of students that we are responsible for their academic success. And so again, our mission for Solon City Schools is inspiring students to achieve excellence every day, every child, every day. And I just as a principal can see how each of you strive to live out that mission. How do we do business? Well, as you know, we are all about teamwork, the power of us. So I think just thinking back and just celebrating how we've incorporated our Mindset Mondays, not just the teachers and having that discussion, but also for our students. Our E plus R equals O, the event plus your response equals an outcome. And just kind of, I've been noticing in every grade level how we've been implementing it into our daily lessons with our students. The event is you need to line up for art. Your response was not a positive one. How can we change it to make it a good response? To line up quickly and quietly, to have a good outcome, to get to art on time, to just have a positive response. I'm loving seeing that. And our new goal for this upcoming 2019-2020 school year is progress over perfection. Just really encouraging our students to be confident in themselves as learners, and just celebrating that we have continued to do this over the years, but we're going to continue to focus on that progress piece. And I love that our PTA, our Parent Teacher Association, is so involved with getting us together as a teacher community, hosting family nights at the school, family nights in the community, and just really focusing on building that relationship between the students, the parents, the teachers, and the community all together. Another way I can see we need to celebrate is our pyramid goals, looking at those specific goals for those students to help them move forward and progress, that progress over perfection, just seeing them grow each year. And just our technology use. Every year I'm seeing us continue to implement and utilize our iPads, our one-on-one Chromebooks for grades 2 to 4 in our building, and continuing to make adjustments and find new ways to utilize technology. So let's just talk a little bit about data. Where are we now and where do we want to go from here? So just looking at the student learning data just for our 3rd grade and 4th grade, our state assessments. So for the English language arts piece, 3rd grade 94.2%, 4th grade 90.4%, math 97.4%, and 98.2%. I know you can read it, but just I wanted to name out those numbers for you and how exciting that is. Everything was in green. Really, that means that we've excelled, exceeded what we were supposed to do, the progress of students. And the only thing was math. The students made less progress than expected, which, look at that number anyway, 98.2% of 4th graders pass. And that was showing from last year, we made less progress than expected. So that's our focus, looking at that math piece for those 4th graders. But wow, just celebrating that 98.2%. Continuing to talk about now, going back to at-risk, our K-3 readers. So, every year we get new students. So this past couple of years, we've had 100% of students meet that third grade guarantee requirements in order to go to fourth grade. That is significant growth. I'm just thinking about those readers that are not at benchmark when they get into third grade, who are on the third grade reading guarantee, who have then excelled and have met that requirement. 94.2% scored proficient on the English language arts test. And just looking at those reading scores, all of those percentages that are on track from K to 3, all of those students. So again, now that we know all this data, these good things that are working, our new Lucy Calkins series for reading and writing, we've been kind of doing this for a couple years now. We're kind of getting in the groove. Our team is working together. Every grade level I'm seeing how do we make reading more accessible, exciting for kids, and how do we keep changing our instruction to match our students. So like I said in the red, new students every year. So let's talk about what is working as a team, thinking about what is working in your classroom, and then what can we improve for those kids, those less than 6% of kids that are not on track or did not score proficient in third grade. Think about those kids in your classroom right now. What are some things you can do to improve, or maybe something that you can see how you can help them in a different way? So again, where are we now? Just looking at some other type of data, some strengths I see about our school. We've passed every levy in the past 20 years. So I think, our perception of our community is we are a very positive school district. We have a lot to offer our students. Our PTA is growing. We have so many parental involvement opportunities. Just some improvement that as a principal I'd like to see is I want to conduct some surveys just to kind of get a different perception on our school. What are parents thinking? What are the students saying about Roxbury? And then you as teachers, what are you saying? How are you feeling? So we can kind of go from there and use that data to kind of continue to work on our culture of our school. And just looking at some demographics about our school here, and just I had a note down here about Power School, our system that we use for attendance, and I know as teachers you can go in and look at all those different pieces. So really make sure it's another way to get to know your students. That parent one, that first contact is who they live with, and same with parent contact two. So knowing if there's single parent home, knowing if there's a step family involved, and that parent three contact under Power School is another parent, different home. So kind of just getting to know your students in that way too is important. So where are we now? Looking at the school processes data. So some of our strengths, again, utilizing the technology. We're continuing to, we have 10 iPads for all K-4 in our building. We have a one-to-one Chromebook for second, third, and fourth grade. We're getting new Chromebooks this coming school year for those students to continue to have access to Google Classroom and Edge Elastic and things that they, reading on the Chromebook, things that will help them in the future. And our PTA involvement is definitely a strength I keep continuing to say. Another areas I'd like to improve on as we continue to look as a technology as a strength, I think it's something we can improve on. I really want to focus on some goals for K1, 2, 3, and 4. What are those goals that we want them to do to utilize technology in the classroom before going on to the next grade level? What do we want to, how do we want to help them build their knowledge of using technology, utilizing it at each grade level? What are those specific goals and targets we as a building want for our students? So that's the kind of thing I want to look forward to for those in piece of technology. So just going back, why we exist. Inspiring students to achieve excellence, every student, every day. Roxbury, you are awesome. We do this every single day. I see it. It's the power of us. We exist for all students, for their achievement, for their full potential, for all students to feel confident. I believe that motivation piece is so key, and I see it every single day. Teachers just constantly trying to build up their students' confidence in their learning. And just creating that best learning environment, them wanting to come to school, wanting to enjoy being with their peers and being with their teacher and learning and wanting to come to a warm, welcoming environment. So where do we want to be? So for our students, as always, 1 year's growth in reading and math for every single student. Of course, if we could excel if we could exceed that 1 year's growth, that is obviously a great goal. But that 1 year's growth in reading and math, on track for reading and math, and then again to enjoy school, to want to come to school. And for our school, we want to involve our community more. That PTA has been really helping us, but for us as teachers to be at these community events that PTA puts on, or that maybe our students and families are at. And then, like I said before, I want to provide surveys so we can kind of get a feel of how we can better improve our Roxbury Elementary School. So again, I am so proud of everyone. We are continuing just because we are a team. We are focused on our students. We want the best for our students. So again, our new goal for this school year is progress over perfection. We want our students to know that if they are trying, that is what we want to see, that progress. And that teamwork among us as staff, with our parents, our community. We want to continue to build that strong. So very nice job. We're going to continue to do this great work that we've been doing. And so we are Roxbury.